Guys, boy Benny, we all know that Joe Biden is a big fat liar. He's always been a liar, but man, when I heard Joe Biden say that he was raised in the black church at a recent Black History Month event at the White House, and that he was a civil rights leader, you had to kind of like fact check that, right? So let's go ahead and look at what Joe Biden looks like inside of a black church. We actually have the footage. You've never seen anyone more uncomfortable in your life. Joe Biden looks like he's about to be lit on fire and goes screaming for the exit. Joe Biden looks about as comfortable as a vegan at a slaughterhouse. Yeah, Joe Biden probably looking throughout the audience and seeing maybe like a white person and being like, oh, that must be the Trump voter.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Yesterday, at Mar-a-Lago, just a few hours ago, actually, Donald Trump stood on stage and asked the audience who they wanted. The audience screamed Tucker, and Trump had this response.
Any hint at a VP?
Well, I have a lot of good people. We had a lot of them here a couple of days ago on the stage, and we really do. Who do you like?
You know, honestly, Tucker Carlson. I think he'll give the truth. He'll speak the truth.
A lot of people don't disagree with you.
I want the truth. And
Tucker is a good man. I will tell you. He's been a good man. He's been a friend of mine. He loves our country, I will tell you. You like Tucker?
I love Tucker.
Who do you like?
I like Tucker Carlson.
Who do you like?
I'm from Europe.
Oh, well, he likes Macron. He likes Macron for VP. Let's take a little choice.
Senator Scott.
Who do you like? A couple of names. Throw out.
Right now.
Carry with you.
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Are you getting information right now?
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce in my bag, swag?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Now listen, I
yes.
just want you to know, people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people.
Okay. Is it working?
Election's got to be rigged, right? Because how do these people ever even come close to even beating us? They're so bad at this. How does it happen? So who are they going to bring in to clean up this mess?
33 Abrams tanks in January. I heard again 2 weeks ago in Ukraine, they still don't have them. We've been telling them we'll train their F-16 pilots, but now they're saying maybe January we'll let somebody transfer some jets.
I'm sorry, Mr. Vice President, have you, I know you're running for president. You are distressed that the Ukrainians don't have enough American tanks. Every city in the United States has become much worse over the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Drive around. There's not one city that's gotten better in the United States. And it's visible. Our economy has degraded. The suicide rate has jumped. Public filth and disorder and crime have exponentially increased.
Right.
And yet, your concern is that the Ukrainians, a country most people can't find on a map, who've received tens of billions of U.S. tax dollars, don't have enough tanks.
Right.
I think it's a fair question to ask, like, where's the concern for the United States in that?
Well, it's not my concern.
Another funny moment from the roast of Tom Brady. Of course, he wasn't the only one roasted. Watch as Andrew Schultz goes after UFC boss Dana White.
For Dana. Dana's put more immigrants in cages than U.S. border policies. Dana is a skinhead genius. He found a way for minorities to beat each other up.
Isn't it great to see something actually funny and non-woke on Netflix? More please. And while we are enjoying satire, let's have a look at the work of this comic, Lyle Culpepper, mocking the college campus soy boys.
As you know, most of the encampments at UCLA have been torn down. There are still some survivors, and we desperately need humanitarian aid. We need water bottles. We need vegan food. We need gluten-free bagels. We need banana-free bananas, if you have them. Stop it. Stop. We need first aid kits. If anybody has enriched uranium, that would be super helpful. Or weapons-grade plutonium. We have a free-range rocket launcher. We need a rocket launcher. If anybody has those old SS uniforms from the 40s, we need those. We need wheelchair-accessible paragliders for some of our disabled comrades. Oh, guard towers. We need guard towers. If anyone's been to Poland and they can get their hands on some guard towers.
Really hope he got his hands on some of those banana-free bananas. Now, regular viewers would know I love the great state of Florida, and when I see videos like this, I like it even more. The police down there in Florida have started doing some post-arrest content, and it's as good as you can imagine. Here is the sheriff from Polk County.
So we extracted him from the vehicle. He's not a sovereign citizen, but he's from New York, and that's what he told us. Florida law doesn't apply to me. I'm from New York. Well, he found out that Florida law does apply to him. He went to jail. He fooled around and found out, you know, FAFO. You can also use other words if you want to. So he's in jail for being stupid. So if there's those out there that think they don't have to comply with the law and don't have to listen to the lawful request of a law enforcement officer, you too will get a ride to the county jail.
FAFO lessons right there. Not to be outdone, St. Lucie County are also bringing us some 24-karat gold.
St. Lucie County Sheriff Keith Pearson. Earlier today, Elijah thought he's going to drive through St. Lucie County in a stolen vehicle and get into a car crash, working closely with the Florida Highway Patrol, not only on the sea, but on land. Elijah's now in custody. Our message is this: the criminals, not in St. Lucie.
Not in St. Lucie, Elijah, not in St. Lucie, but the other counties will have to bring their A game to outdo Santa Rosa County. This is one of the best places on earth, the Florida Panhandle, and homemade invaders there are an endangered species.
His bond's $157,500, and I want to say, as to the person, we don't know which homeowner shot at him. I guess they think that they did something wrong, which they did not. If somebody's breaking in your house, you're more than welcome to shoot them in Santa Rosa County. We prefer that you do, actually. So whoever that was, you're not in trouble. Come see us. We have a gun safety class we put on every other Saturday, and if you take that, you'll shoot a lot better, and hopefully you'll save the taxpayers money.
Now, you can't explore the world of lefties losing it without encountering dangerous levels of cringe. So keep that in mind as you watch this offering from Harvard medical students.
My notes, but my knowledge ain't fleeting. Space repetition, give me something to believe in. Pass all my tests, but I just skim the reading. In the food chain, we're the ones that eat it. Harvard Med, ain't no bottom feeder. MD stands for my demeanor. Ask permission before I ever greet you. Does it radiate? Does it come with strain? Scale 1 to 10, can you rate the pain? When I knock the door, you ask who is it? You can check my code, it'll spell my name.
Yeah, you're messing with some Harvard MDs. Found my best friends for life from this Harvard MD. Giving everything we got for this Harvard MD.
Now from the top, make it drop, come get your Harvard MD. You got your offer, now say yes to this Harvard MD. We're talking doc, that's a Harvard MD. You deserve the spot, you got future Harvard MD.
There's some docs in this house. There's some docs in this house. There's some docs in this house. There's some docs.
I think what I took out of that is to never get sick. And Columbia medical students have also joined in this trend.
Let's come score. Really gotta come up to New York. Bring meds over here. Know where to go next year. Bring meds, you've arrived. Other schools can't match the vibe. Like the way we do it, so get to it. Time to make a move.
Let's go to a lefty losing it, pushing demented fantasist tales of what life would be like under a second Trump term. This is 85-year-old Californian Congresswoman Maxine Waters.
The man who we better be careful about, and I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask the Justice Department and I'm going to ask the President to tell us what they're going to do to protect this country against violence if he loses. I want to know about all of those right-wing organizations that he's connected with, who are training up in the hills somewhere and targeting, what communities they're going to attack.
Training up in the hills. Yes, those right-wing organisations. The pure weapon-grade chutzpah there is something to behold. Not only is she obviously lying about Trump and his supporters, but does she think we've forgotten what she said even after the BLM Antifa riots raged across America, causing around $2 billion in damage, leaving more than 20 people dead, many more seriously injured? Even after all that, Maxine told them to stay on the streets and fight if Derek Chauvin was not convicted of murder.
We've got to not only stay in the street, but we've got to fight for justice. But I am very hopeful, and I hope that we're going to get a verdict that is say guilty, guilty, guilty. And if we don't, we cannot go away.
And that's not the worst of it. This is Democrat Congresswoman Maxine Waters back in 2018 encouraging mobs to attack Trump's cabinet members wherever they found them.
Let's make sure we show up wherever we have to show up. And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
And it's worth reminding folks of the ugly violence we saw in DC and elsewhere during Trump's inauguration, let alone his reign. It seems this has all been memory hold.
The anger reaching a boiling point in the nation's capital after President Trump took the oath of office. Police in riot gear facing off against the protesters just 6 blocks from the inaugural parade. Unleashing pepper spray, concussion grenades, all to disperse the crowd.
They've been using pepper spray out of canisters.
Then 3 vehicles set on fire.
2 vehicles have been ignited. The fire folks that just moved in.
Many of the protesters cloaked in black with their faces covered.
The protesters had filled the street with several trash cans, and now police and fire are trying to move them out of the way.
Earlier in the day, self-proclaimed anarchists smashed Washington storefronts with hammers.
One of the cars they lit on fire was a limo. Remember that? Owned by a migrant small business owner who was in it at the time. He's lucky to be alive. And you'll see from this next video why for the 2020 election, shop windows were boarded up in DC, New York City, many other blue cities. They weren't scared about a Trump win. They were boarded up to protect them in case he won. They were boarded up to protect them from Democrats who behaved like this when Trump won the first time.
Watch out, watch out. Hey, easy. Chill, come over here. Back.
From one lefty losing it to another. Let's go to Walmart at Westchester County in New York. Now, this woman went on a bit of a rampage, causing damage. She struck an officer in the face and called him an effing white trash. And when he tried to apprehend her, she screamed, "Walmart is racist," over and over again.
Walmart is racist! 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 Walmart is racist!
I think she's trying to communicate a message there. Did you grab that? Apparently Walmart is racist.
But Rita, what I found interesting was everyone was standing around with their phones, just watching on. This was like some sort of theatre going on.
Well, because before that scene, she had gone on a bit of a mini rampage and trying to destroy product and slapping an officer. So yeah, the crowds had gathered and she put on a show for them. God bless.
No, 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 no. Bruh.
Hala! Wag, Vincent! Nagtituya! Tadi sama waktu kakapon gusto ko di ko katulon halo bakit mo nawan